Welcome to Repose. We are at the beach again this morning. If you ever want to come out and join us, 9 a.m. We're going to start today's class in a seated posture, but we will be doing most of our session standing, reaching out to the sky, really lengthening and working on neck and shoulders today. So once you find that comfortable seat, we'll get started by just softening the face, listening to your breath. Try to pull those shoulders down and back. Nice tall neck. When you're ready, arms reach overhead. Nice deep breath in, look up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One more, inhale, arms reach overhead. Looking up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Third, reach overhead. Inhale, look up to the sky. This time, bring both hands forward, coming to rock up onto the knees, and then step it back as you come into a tabletop. Bringing the knees about hip-width apart. Inhale to look up towards the sky. Drop the belly. A few cat and cows here. Exhale to tuck the pelvis around the back, looking down. Pressing into the shoulder blades, continuing to your own rhythm. Start to step the right foot back behind you, pressing into the right heel. Just stretching the calf for a breath. And then step that right foot across the body. Go ahead and look over that left shoulder at the toes. And bring it back across, bringing the knee down. Opposite side, left foot steps back, pressing into that left heel, calf. Nice calf stretch. When you're ready, begin to cross the body, bringing that left foot to the right side. Start to look towards that right shoulder at the toes. Breathe. Go ahead and release that foot, bringing the knees back to center underneath your hips. Inhale to look up. Curl the toes under. On the exhale, start to press into the ground and just lift the knees up off the mat. We're going to hold this here. 3 nice deep breaths. If you have to bring them back down, then you do. The mind gives up long before the body will. You can do it. 3, 2, squeeze that belly. 1, start to press back in the heels, downward dog, head drops down. Maybe you have to adjust the hands or feet. Maybe we're really tight today and we need to just bend into one knee and then the other. Walking the dog, we call this, whatever works for you, or you can just press back in both heels. Try to draw the rib cage towards the knees. 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, start to look up at the hands. Walk those feet forward. Begin to come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale to drop it back down. Relax the head and neck here, just let it dangle. As we get more into the shoulders and the back today, this morning, we just want to get that tension off the low back and spine. Folding forward is one of the easier inversions we can do. Downward dog is also an inversion. Start to take that pressure off the back from standing all day. So anytime you feel a lot of back tension, it's good to just get some version of this going on. When you're ready, inhale to come halfway up, lengthen that spine again, and then all the way to standing. Bring both arms overhead, Kiss the sun, look up at the sky. Exhale, the hands come to the heart. Take a breath of rest here, relax the shoulders. Inhale to bring the arms overhead again. Exhale, hands to heart. Release the arms down to the side and just check in with the posture. We want the feet to be under the knees to be under the hips here. Nice tall back, draw the shoulders down, nice long neck, just looking straight out at the sea or the lake or the pond or the woods, whatever you have. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale as you roll them down the back, just adjusting one more time. Inhale, arms come overhead, this time in a Y shape. We're going to keep those arms nice and open like this. Hold it for a few breaths. And then we're going to start to bring the shoulders into it. I'll turn towards you. Drawing those shoulders back, opening up the arms a little wider, opening the chest, looking up. A few deep breaths here. Exhale to bring those arms together, hands come together, exhale to heart. Inhale to lift those arms overhead again. This time we're going to bend at the elbows, what we call cactus arms. Your elbows in line with the shoulder here. You look good. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and when you're ready, start to draw those elbows and shoulder blades back again, lifting that chest open. We're really working on the shoulders and different muscle groups back there. Breathe. Again, if you're tight in the neck, you might be feeling a lot of this in the neck too. It's all related. And exhale, bringing those elbows and hands together. Allow the hands to lower to the heart. Deep breath in and out. Relax the arms. Inhale, arms come overhead again. This time drawing those elbows past the shoulders down all the way to the waist. So we're going to kind of plant those elbows into the waist wherever they stop for you. And again, drawing open. Start to draw the shoulders and the hands back. Lift the chest and breathe. Exhale, allow those shoulders to relax. Bring the hands together in front and up to the heart. Breathe. Relax it down. So standing towards the front of your mat if you're not already there. We're going to try drawing those shoulders back again. This time hands are going to come behind the back. If you can interlace the fingers, that's great. If that's too much for you, you might just hold onto wrists or elbows behind the back. So see what you're able to do. Play with that for a moment. Inhale, lift that chest. Draw the shoulders back. We're going to take one more deeper step into this by actually taking a step back with the left foot first. Take small steps, find your balance. We want to keep both hip points facing forward. You want your feet to be completely flat on the ground. So if you don't feel stable, adjust that stance to be narrower. And again, draw those shoulders back, looking up, and then start to lean from the hips. We're not rounding into the back here. We're just going as far forward as the hips will allow us to lean, and then stay right there. Try to draw those arms up a little bit more. It might help you go a little bit further. This is difficult for balance. This is difficult because we're pulling a lot of muscle groups here. You're gonna feel this in the legs. You're gonna feel this in the arms and shoulders. Just breathe. And again, always come out of anything that's painful, or if you feel unstable, just step forward and do it without the step back. A few more breaths. Slowly begin to rise. keep those arms behind you. Step the foot forward. Find that balance once again. When you feel stable, we're going to switch feet, start to walk that right foot back. And again, we are on a little bit of a slope where we're at today, so take your time getting there. Nobody wants to fall over. Feet point forward, hips are pointing forward. Draw the shoulders back, pull the arms and start to bow in. One more deep breath in. Slowly begin to rise up towards standing. Step the foot forward. Once you've found that balance, release the arms, reach them overhead towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath of rest here. Maybe you want to bring the arms down to your sides to mountain pose. And inhale, arms overhead again. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, start to bow forward, hands come towards the heart and continue all the way down, looking at the ground, stretching towards the earth, relaxing the neck, draw the chin in. We're going to add a little bit of a twist, so make sure your feet are at least hip-width apart to keep that stability. Left hand is going to reach across to that right ankle. Put a little bend into that left knee as you reach that right arm up to the sky. If you have a little more to give, you might bring the hand behind the back, wrapping around towards the thigh or the waist. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release if you did bring that hand drawing back. Exhale, bring that right hand down towards the earth and just start to sweep across to the opposite leg. So that left leg becomes straight, bend into the right knee. Left arm starts to dance its way up towards the sky. Maybe you bring it behind the back, maybe you never do. It's just an option. 3, 2, 1. Release and reach up again if you're not already there. Slowly bring it back down to center. Inhale to peek up halfway, lengthen that spine. Exhale to start bending into the knees, bring both hands to the mat and hopper step your feet to the back of the mat. We're going to come into a tabletop or a plank. So the option is yours. If you can hold the plank, try to squeeze the belly and hold this for 3 nice long breaths. Otherwise the knees can drop down and just work on that breath here. One more nice deep breath in. The elbows are going to come towards the body as you lower all the way down to the mat, onto the belly. I like to say kiss the earth, come all the way down, then inhale for the head and shoulders to lift. Really stretch into that low back and glutes. Arms are straightish. 3, 2, 1. Bend at the elbows towards the rib cage for support. Come all the way back down. Start to curl the toes under. Press the knees into the mat or the sand. When you're ready, head and shoulders lift again. Press the knees in, bottom comes back. Spread the knees a little bit wider. The toes come together. We're going to bow down into child's pose here. Begin to rise up from child's pose back into a tabletop. Inhale as you bring the knees underneath the hips, curl the toes under. We're going to lift those knees up off the mat just for a few seconds again. When you're ready, spread those fingers wide. Start to lift those knees off. 3 deep breaths. Three, 2, 1. Start to press back in the heels. Drop the head into downward facing dog. And breathe. Draw the rib cage towards the knees. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades like there's a pencil in between them that you're trying to hold onto. Just a squeeze down as the head comes between the arms. One more deep breath in and out. Peeking up at the hands. This time we're going to walk the hands towards the feet. Takes a little bit different thought process here to switch it up. Inhale to come up halfway, lengthen that spine. Exhale, bow forward. We're not going to stay here as long this time. Inhale, rise and reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax the arms down at the sides, relax those shoulders back. Checking in with our stance in this nice tall mountain pose, feet are hip width apart. You might want to rock back and forth, just make sure where you're at is stable, it's not lumpy, you're on solid ground here. We're going to come into a little bit of balancing posture. Start to lift the heel of the right foot coming onto the toes. Rotate that right knee out to the side. This is the intro of a tree pose. Again, if you're less stable on your feet or if you're on really unlevel ground, you might want to just stay here, opening that leg and groin up. If you feel balanced enough, you can start to bring that foot up either below or above the knee. We never want to press right onto the knee joint. Just take some focus, which we call drishti. Focus on one place. Ignore everything else. Allow that knee to be soft. This gives you a little bit of buoyancy, a little bit of balance here. And breathe. Arms are there for support, for balance, wherever they need to go to help you stay stable. Maybe you're able to bring some movement with the breath. If you're extremely focused, maybe you're able to inhale the arms overhead. I'm not sure if I have that today. One more nice deep breath. Start to release that foot back down if you had it lifted. Start to bring the foot out to the side. See if you can just hold it outstretched. Start to rotate that hip and leg forward. Rotate the toes and ankles. It's never wrong to stop if you need to stop for balance and then come back into it. And bring that foot back in and just shake it out. Shake out the hips, shoulders. When we hold those balancing poses, a lot of tension is created to hold it. And then come back into that stillness. Check in with your feet and your stance, maybe the spot that you're at. Start to lift that left heel up just like the other side. Rotate that left knee open. Decide where you want to go today. When you're ready, if you're stable, lifting that foot up. The breeze is just beautiful this morning at Scripter Park here in Oxford. I know you can't feel that through the TV. Share that with you because it's really worth it to just step outside once in a while and notice the leaves blow. Feel the wind on your back or face. Looking out at the water and the ripples. Finding peace and joy in harmony with our strengths. 3, 2, 1. Start to release if you haven't already. See if you can keep that foot extended out to the side. Take a break if you need. Start to rotate that leg forward. Rotating the ankles, wiggling the toes. Might feel a little burn in the leg as you're holding this. That's what we're going for. We're working it today. 3, 2, 1, bringing it down. Shaking it out, whatever you need to do. Don't worry about what it looks like, just what it feels like. Maybe you need to lift them up and just shake them down hard. It feels good. It looks silly. It feels good. And we'll meet back at standing. Inhale, arms overhead when you're ready. Kiss the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching up overhead again. Exhale to bow forward. Release the head and neck. Maybe just shake that head side to side. Get rid of the tension. Peek up, coming halfway up, lengthen that spine. And then bend into the knees, plant the hands opposite of before. We're going to walk the hands forward. Coming back into that plank or tabletop, holding it here. 3 deep breaths, either version. There's no wrong way. It's just where your body is today. Squeeze the belly with those exhales. Last one, deep breath in. Elbows towards the rib cage, all the way down. Kiss the earth. Lift the head and shoulders up towards the sky. Release those hips. 3 breaths here. Just hold it up. Notice where you feel it. Bend those elbows towards the rib cage again as you come all the way down. Take a breath of rest once you arrive. Curl the toes under. Start to press the knees into the earth. This requires the bottom to lift a little bit. Start to engage the elbows, looking up, and we're going to just hold it here. It's an awkward posture, but we're activating a lot of muscles. Look across at all the little stones and sand. Maybe you're looking at carpet or blades of grass. Take in the details. Start to press up, head and chest lift. Hips come back. Toes come together, knees come wider. Child's pose. Inhale to peek up. Walk those hands back to center and rise onto the knees. We're going to kneel for this one. Lifting up. Reach those arms overhead. Inhale. On the exhale, the right hand is going to sweep down towards that right foot. Gazes down at the foot. Start to press the hip bones forward. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, opposite arm reaches for opposite ankle. So left arm to left ankle, arch the back. This might feel a little bit like dancing. It should feel good. It's a nice back stretch. Inhaling to center. Continuing to your own breath, exhale as you reach back. press the hips forward. Inhale to rise. One more either side. We started on the right, so you want to finish up on the left. And back to center. Hands end at the heart. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the arms down to the side. Left hand is going to come behind the back. Head is going to dip over to that right shoulder. You might be able to grab the arm with that left hand, but it's not required. Or that right hand can come over and just gently hold the head, stretching the side of the neck here, opening up that left shoulder, the shoulder to the neck. And slowly release the arm if it was on the head. Start to release the arm from behind the back. Head comes to center last. Inhale, shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, down the back. Shake it out if you need to. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So head's going to come over to that left shoulder as the right hand comes behind the back and either holds onto the arm or the hand comes to the head for support. Just a reminder, we're never pulling on the neck. We're just giving a little bit of weight here. We don't want to overdo it. It can cause more issues or more discomfort. Start to release the head if you are holding on to it. Release the arm from the back. Slowly bring the head back to center. Do a couple of rotations of the neck, nice and slow, one direction. And then switch to the opposite direction. We're going to bring the hands forward just enough that you can swing those feet around, come to sit on the bottom, adjust yourself into the center of the mat. As we prepare for Shavasana, maybe you take one last moment, hugging onto the knees, looking out at the surroundings. Deep breath in through the nose, let it all out the mouth. Start to roll onto the back. Maybe you take the knees with you, hugging them in, a little rocking side to side. Bring the feet up towards the sky. Maybe you want to squeeze the back of the legs, just bringing that lymphatic fluid and that blood flow towards the heart. And whenever you're ready, the feet come down, arms open at the sides. Start to check in, relaxing the feet up through the calves, the knees. Relax the hips and glutes. Take one final deep breath and then let the breath become natural and organic. Relax the shoulders out under you. Hands are relaxed, palms open to the sky. Soften the face. For those at home, we'll leave you here today. Have a beautiful rest of your week. I hope you'll join us again. Maybe in person, maybe out at Scripter Park, or maybe from home. Namaste.